amitié de plus de 10 ans. Crapote ta chicha entouré de tes bebeux. Capote sans chichi, gros U quand le. Tu veux mon bien, y'a pas de sous ça et je veux pas mon bien. Trop souvent sous sky, j'ai fait du mal à petit cœur fragile. Je suis très calme et quand je parle j'agis en fait.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Ledio. Welcome to So Serious Gaming, and today, as promised, I'm gonna be bringing you guys my Fire Turret from Hell build, Dragon's Breath build, Tactician of Fire. I don't know, man. There's so many names you could call it, I guess. But yeah, I'm bringing you that build, man. I promised you guys that I would do that build today, so that's what I'm going to be giving you guys, man. I love this build. It's been really good in PvE, I mean really good in PvE, and it's deadly in PvP, dude. Basically, you can, because of the ninja bike, you can run 4-piece Tactician with 3-piece Fire Crest. You get that Fire Crest turret damage and turret range buff. But you get all the joys of having 4-piece Tactician, so you can stack it up. So it's amazing. Now you see my skill power is only 341k, but because I'm combining it with things such as the 30 stacks from Tactician, Death by Proxy, Talented, you know, if you've got Talented on your gun, you can use that to finish people off, or, you know, kill NPCs and get that skill power buff. And you can push your skill power to easily over 500,000. I've done it, and when you push that high, your turret's going to hit for the high 20,000s without a doubt. It's so deadly. And that is right, you are seeing, I am using the Midas. Don't underestimate the Midas, guys. Seriously, like, you have to think. Now, I know that top talent isn't active, but it is what it is. I don't really care. I'm not dealing damage, so, you know, it is what it is. But don't underestimate the Midas, man. Like, it is so good. So as you can see, the Midas talent is each bullet you hit reduces your damage by 1% and your target's damage by 1% to a maximum of 20%. The effects is reduced by 5% per second. Now, I don't care that I'm dealing 1% less damage for each bullet that hits, because I do no damage anyway. As you can see, like, I've got 2,900 firearms, and I've only got that active just for the sake of competent. And, you know, that's just, it helps me do a little bit of damage, but I don't need to. The idea of me using the Midas is, if one of my teammates is face tanking somebody, I'm going to focus that person. Because then every time I shoot that guy, he's going to be dealing less and less and less damage, which is going to obviously keep my teammate alive that little bit longer in the fight, and ultimately increase his chances of winning that fight, which is why the Midas is so good, man. And then the Caduceus, each critical hit heals you and your group for 1% of your skill power. Can only heal each player once every 20 seconds, every 0.2 seconds. So again, that's really helpful, especially in PvE, which is why I've got it on, because I've just been running some PvE. But I do have a foul that I run with Talented as well, so I may use that to use against like a downed agent or an NPC to kill them, and that gives me a 15% skill power buff for 20 seconds, which is a big deal. So, you know, both of those are really good. And if you get Talented, say I had the Caduceus with Talented on there, dude, I'd be so happy. So yeah, let's get right into it, guys. So I have a Firecrest chest piece rolled with health, skill haste and ammo capacity. It's rolled to electronics. Now I wish I had a little bit of a higher armor roll, just to help with my survivability a little bit, because I am pretty squishy, but it is what it is. And then I've got electronics mod with skill power and a firearms mod with skill power. The only reason I have that firearms mod is just to activate competent on my guns. And honestly, if I put an electronics mod with skill power, it only gives me an extra 5k skill power, so it's not really a huge deal. The mask I'm using is a Tactician mask rolled with skill power and electronics, and again electronics mod with skill power. The knee pads are again skill power and electronics. Basically, if you haven't figured it out yet, everything's rolled for electronics and skill power. The mod is electronics with skill haste, because I don't think I have any more skill power mods. And I have turret damage on there. I have Firecrest holster. Now the first two rolls aren't that great. The armor roll's decent, and I rolled skill haste, of course, just to help with the cooldowns, and it is like top tier electronics roll. So that's nice. And again, turret damage mod. I need to. I've got some more turret damage mods actually. I want to put 2 more on, because at the minute I'm running an ally heal and a self heal mod on my backpack. I want to put turret damage mods on all my pieces just to increase, maximize what my turret's doing. My tactician gloves are again rolled to electronics, assault rifle damage, crit hit damage, and skill haste. And of course the ninja bike backpack. Again, as I mentioned in the last video, I need a better one. Essentially, the major attribute would be rolled for skill power, the minor attribute would be rolled for ammo capacity, and then electronics on the main attribute. Now what I do want to do, in all honesty, I want to have a couple of ninja bikes both rolled with skill power and obviously ammo capacity, and then have one spec'd into firearms and the other spec'd into electronics, and I can switch and choose between if I want to go raw DPS, hybrid, raw skill power, whatever it might be. But at the minute that's what I have, so I'm stuck with that. But on this build, if you're going to run it, you would want skill power instead of crit damage, and then of course you want your electronics roll. And I wouldn't mind having a better armor roll, again for survivability. And again, electronics with skill power, and as I mentioned, a first aid ally heal and a first aid self heal mod. So yeah, with this, man, you just want to spec heavily into skill power. Just put everything into skill power, electronics. As you can see, I've got over 9,000 electronics. So that gives you an idea of what I'm specking into. When I use the defib as well, because it gives me a huge heal, it gives my teammates an even bigger heal, and that's a heal over time. So it's going to give you probably about half your health, 3/4 of your health initially, and then it's going to keep regenerating your health for a certain amount of time. I can't remember exactly how long it lasts, but it'll keep regenerating your health, which is really good, because your teammates can take damage, or you can take damage, but then your health's going to regenerate because you've got the defibrillator still going, kind of thing. And it's really handy. 16.8 second cooldown, and that's without triage. So as you can imagine, I have my heals and things back really, really quick. And then the turret is 23.4 seconds, but provided the turret doesn't get destroyed, my turret cools down whilst I've still got half the lifespan of the turret that is placed down. So by the time this turret ends, I have another turret ready. So that doesn't really matter at all. I mean, as you can see, look, the lifetime's 45 seconds and the cooldown is 23.4 seconds. So it's like half the lifespan is up, and then you've got a new turret ready available for you. And without any damage buffs, without any kind of buffs, it hits for 15,319, which is a good chunk. You have to, you can't deny that is a good chunk of damage. Again, if you get 30 stacks, if you're proccing, say, death by proxy, which is, for those that aren't aware of what death by proxy is, it's that one there. Destroy a hostile's deployed skill to increase skill power by 20% for 3 seconds. Now, when I was running, I think it was Hudson challenging yesterday through the day, I was trying to see what kind of numbers I would get with different stacks and things, and I think I had one of the times I had an opportunity to check without getting rushed by NPCs trying to infect us and crap with the contagious thing. I had 22 stacks, and then I destroyed one of the engineer's turrets, and that put me at over 520,000k skill power, which had my turret up at about 27k damage. So you can imagine if it had a full 30 stacks plus death by proxy active, and then imagine that with talented as well, you're probably going to be hitting for about 30k. And the turret already melts. Like if I place the turret down as it is right now, it melts. And I've also noticed if you place a turret down, obviously if you have any stacks, you put your turret down, your stacks goes. If you're not using a skill and your teammate are hitting people, your stacks are going up. Even though your turret's already deployed, because your skill power is going up, the damage your turret is doing is also increasing whilst it's in use. So it's really handy. I never even knew that. I assumed it was like, you know, if you have 10 stacks and then you put your turret down, those 10 stack skill power like is what your turret will work for. I never thought that like stacking after you've used your turret will contribute to the turret's damage, but apparently it seems to be doing so. And of course I'm using wildfire on my talents as well, try and burn targets around the target that's being hit. Then if I'm in a team, I'll use critical, well, I always use critical save anyway, use a medkit at low health to increase damage resistance by 20%. For a second I thought I was going to be talking about combat medic, rip my life. And yeah, if I'm in a team, I'll use triage, I might use combat medic, but if I'm solo, then I'm going to use strike back, reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%, which is a big deal. And that's about all I would use for talents, honestly, guys. There's not really much else to go with that will, you know, in my opinion anyway, that will be helpful for the fire turret. Yeah, that's about it for that, guys. I will, at the end of this, I will put a few clips of me using it in the dark zone on day 1 of 1.7 when I was like testing it out just to see what it could do. I wasn't really trying to sort of play to do well. I was trying to force scenarios or situations just to see what the turret would actually do. You know, I wanted to see like how fast it would take a guy from full health to down and things like that. So I was trying to force situations to happen. And I actually got some really good examples of how well it worked. So I'll put those in at the end for you. So if you want to stick around and you want to see, you know, just how well it works, you know, feel free, guys. But yo, as always, guys, thank you for watching. Your support really does mean the world to me. This wouldn't be worth doing if it wasn't for you guys watching, tuning in, joining in the live streams, all that stuff that you guys do, man. This wouldn't be worth doing if it wasn't for you guys, you know, showing love and support and viewing and all that good stuff, man. So I seriously appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, if you like the build, whatever, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more build videos, other little hints and tips, gameplays, live streams, mostly around PvP. I'm more of a PvPer than a farmer, but if that's your thing, man, make sure you hit subscribe. I play with subs, I farm with subs, all that stuff. So yeah, make sure you subscribe if you're new, if that's your thing. Once again, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little bits of footage at the end. You guys have a great day. I'll see you in another video. And remember, when the salt starts flowing, just ask them, why so serious?
Alert. A member of your team disavowed the vision. Your team is now marked rogue. Disavowed. You are now marked as rogue. advised.